9 months! I've been waiting for this for 9 months! Yep, that's how long it's been since I pre-ordered the Blaster Master Zero 1 and 2 Collector's Edition from Limited Run. And that is an agonising wait for a Collector's Edition release. And it's finally here! And I cannot wait to get into this thing! It's got both of the games in there, and it's got all manner of goodies for both of them as well. So, you know what, without further ado, hello fellow gamers, and we're going to be unboxing the Blaster Master Zero 1 and 2 Collector's Edition. Hey there everyone, are you ready for the behemoth? This is it, it's finally arrived. Oh, so long I've waited for this. What was it, 9 months I think it was. Yeah, it is about 9 months. It's the Blaster Master Zero and Blaster Master Zero 2 Collector's Edition for the Switch from Limited Run. This took absolutely ages to get here, and I can't put my finger on... Well, actually, yes, I can put my finger on why I was really looking forward to this one, because it's got so much stuff included, and it's... wow, words cannot describe, actually, how happy I am this is finally here. So, let's do the usual. Let's open up this thing and have a look at the goodies inside. Just very quickly, actually, the outer box. We've got plenty of Blaster Master artwork all along the front here. It's actually really nicely printed on there. Oh, now here's a problem, because this is so big I can't really show you many of the sides, but what I can do is I can show you a little bit where you can see there it's holographic. It's kind of like a holographic print on there, which is really nice. It shines in the light really nicely. It is the same more or less on all of the sides. On the back you've got details of a couple of the vehicles that you've got in the games, and a little bit of information about each game at the bottom. These are limited run numbers 073 and 074 in the Switch collections, but there's not much more around the outside. So I'll tell you what we'll do. We're just going to have to crack into this thing, aren't we? Yeah, there's all sorts of stuff in here, and I didn't want to give away like any spoilers or anything at the start, because, well, I wanted you to see them as I see them, essentially. So the outer box here, it's got like a protective sleeve around the outside. So what we'll need to do first of all is we'll just need to push it out. Maybe this will reveal more detail underneath, actually, who knows. That is on incredibly tight. Oh, come on, you little... There we go, that's doing it. Man, that was incredibly tight. Right, well, that's the sleeve off anyway. And actually, yeah, we can see more of the holographic effect that's on the outer box. And in fact, I don't think I'm even giving you a proper scale as to how big this is. There you go. That's how big it is. I don't have any bananas at hand, I'm afraid. But anyway, looking at the box, it looks like, yeah, you just lift it up. So let's have a look-see, see what's inside. Okay, right, first thing that we see here is a certificate of authenticity. We've had a couple of these already. And there's another example of, yeah, just because you get your order in as like one of the first orders on the site, doesn't mean you get the lower number on the certificate, because apparently there's roughly about 3,500 of these, and I'm number nearly 230, so about 2/3 in or something like that. But there's the certificate anyway, just to prove that it is legit. It's got an interesting pattern on it as well, like a couple of the past ones have as well. Well, that's cool. Alright, and we've got a very, very small poster. I mean, literally a very small poster. I was expecting to have to take this out the bag and unfold it, but well, yeah, that's the whole poster. It's reproducing the outer artwork from the bigger box. That's going to be that is nice that we've got that option. Sweet. Okay. Ooh, foam. What have we got in here? I'm trying not to peek before before showing you. And here we go. Oh, nice. Right, so it looks like really a lot of the box is the foam, which is keeping all of this in and together. So we've got a couple of boxes here for the physical games, Blaster Master 0 and 0-2. They're very like NES style, aren't they? Which is pretty neat. Although, speaking of which, have a look at that. I would have come to these later, but you know, they're right there. So this is an interesting thing. So both games come with like fake NES cartridges, as if they were released for the NES. I can tell they're fake because there's no board in there at all, so it could, even if there was something inside of here, you couldn't connect it up to the NES anyway. But yeah, there's two of them. That is so sweet. It's as if these came in these boxes. It's really, really nice. In fact, I'm going to go and grab one of my NES cartridges so we can do a comparison. So yeah, there we go. So comparing the one of the cartridges to a legit NES cartridge, we've got Super Mario Bros. 2 here, and all of the dimensions, everything is spot on. The only real difference is there's no label here, and there's no engraving here where it's where on this legit one it says Nintendo patent pending, and this one it's got nothing, which is fine. But that is such a nice little thing to nice little, well, basically cartridge to add to the collection. That's really nice. And there's two of them. There's the detail on the label actually is really nice as well. So what they've done is they've used the same artwork that they've used for these outer boxes, and they've even got the label going around the top, so you've got the name of the game right there at the top as well. Nice attention to detail. I'm tempted to open up one of these just to see how empty it really is. But I'm feeling the weight of it. It's extremely light. I've had like Kit Kats which weigh more than this. So I'm guessing, yeah, they are incredibly empty. Something else which is really nice that they've included in this collection are these metal models of like the tanks that you've got in the game. So you've got metal models of the Sophia 3 and the Gaia Sophia metal tanks. And these are weighty. Oh boy. I think these probably take up like most of the weight of the entire package, because I think it was over £5 the entire thing, and I think, yeah, feeling these in my hands, they are actually very, very weighty. If you're that way inclined, nice paperweights. Now we just need to make sure that there isn't anything hiding underneath here. No, that is glued in. Right, there's nothing else in there, so let's move that aside. Well, we've taken that massive package and we've reduced it to just this. Right, so let's have a look at one of these. So yeah, it looks like what they've done is they've designed these so that they are in fact like NES cases, because of course the original Blaster Master was an NES release all the way back in, well, the 80s I believe it was, and these Blaster Master Zeros are like the newer versions of their sequels and what have you of those games, and they've done it in the same style as well. So it makes sense really to carry that on with the box art and the packaging and everything for this collector's edition. So let's have a look in, well, the first one first. Trying to be very careful there because that's a very sharp knife and this is quite thin cardboard. There's plastic wrap around the outside of this and there's more plastic wrap on the inside. Gonna need that knife again in a moment. So yeah, that's again another cardboard outer sleeve to reveal the game again. And yep, a lot of the inside is more or less the same, except now it's more switchy. They've switched it up. So I guess we're going to have to do that again with this one. No, I have played the original Blaster Master, and it is jolly good fun. I'd recommend it for, well, anyone really. But I have to say, I have not tried Blaster Master Zero, but I've heard a lot of great things about it, which is what led me really to get a hold of these collector's editions. Oh, there we go. Right, now there is something that's included in this, which I know about, and it's just about to be revealed to us all. Oh, it's in a... You can see the Switch cartridge, well, the Switch box in there, but I didn't expect it to be in a cardboard sleeve. Still, did expect it to be in this sleeve. That's right, they've made NES style cases to hold the Switch games. Now of course it's they're too small for the fake NES cases, of course, the cartridges there, but they're big enough for these, which is really neat actually. I think though I won't keep these together, I'll keep them separate so I can, you know, keep this intact, because instead of the originals, these kind of sleeves came with the NES cartridges. You know, I'm going to say it, back in the day, but they were made out of plastic, whereas these are, I think they're cardboard. Cardboard cut to shape. But normally you'd have like the NES logo and stuff in there in red. But in this case, it says limited run. It's very fitting. Now before we get into the game, I'm just going to have a peek in the box, because there's even more stuff in here. Oh, here we go. Oh, we're to the poster, which, as we know from past experience, is not going to fit in frame. Although it does look like it's double-sided. Yeah, it's double-sided. Alright, actually, most of it does fit in frame this time. Nice. So yeah, we've got some artwork there for Blaster Master Zero, the first one. Pretty neat actually. You know what, I see some of this and it reminds me almost of like Transformers, the original Transformers, you know? That was awesome. And oh, we've got it on the other side. Yeah, that is double-sided. We've got more Blaster Master Zero artwork there. Got like a holographic globe being shown in there actually, and you've got the Sophia 3 tank that you're sitting on there as well. Very nice stuff. So yeah, if you're going to put this on your wall, you're going to have to pick and choose which side do you put facing outwards. And there's something else in here as well. Oh. Aha, yes, of course. It comes with the original soundtrack on CD. So I might open that up later and stick it into my stereo, have a listen in a bit. But that is pretty neat. Alright, let's have a look inside the case. What have they included? Have we got another manual in here? I mean, so far, every single Switch game that I've gotten from Limited Run has had a manual of sorts. If not a manual, it's had an art book in. It's had something of significance. included inside the case. There we go, yeah, we've got the same artwork there that we saw on the poster just a moment ago actually. And a bit of blurb on the back. In the near future on Earth, a young man named Jason Frudnick boards the battle vehicle Sophia 3 and sets off on an adventure in the subterranean depths of the planet. Something that I need to mention here as well before we open, this does include all of the character DLC. So you've got Gunvolt, Ikoro, Shovel Knight, Shantae, all of them. All of them are included in there. So I'll be giving those a go. Ah, here we go. And it does come with a Wii Manual. Oh yes, and we can see the artwork there on the inside of the case. Before I move on to the manual, the artwork here is on the other side of that poster. So yeah, whichever side you prefer. You got them. So we've got the little manual here. It is actually very diddy. I think there's only maybe like 8 pages or something like that. But just to show you some of the details inside, it's a bio of the characters in there. Fred, of course, and the Sophia 3. Yeah, it is that's all they've put in there. They put a bit of a bio in there, but they put the effort to put it in. Alright, and of course, as we always do with new Switch cartridges, we check to see if they can pass the taste test. Alright, here we go. Oh, that is a bitter one. Ah, good. So there's no chance of me swallowing that anytime soon. Oh, actually it does linger on that one. Oh. Alright, let's move on to the second game, Blaster Master Zero 2. Again, they've used the same sort of artwork on the outside as if to mimic an NES release. And like before, we're going to open this up. And again, like before, same sort of dealie. So you've got the cardboard outer sleeve, make it look more like an NES game. But on the inside, it's a little more like a Switch game. Looks like more Switch details on there. So now we need to get into this one, because this one's also shrink wrapped. Okay, so I'm really expecting more of the same in this box. So we're going to have the Switch game, it's going to have the NES style cardboard sleeve on it, it's going to have a poster, a bio manual, and I think another CD of the soundtrack. So yeah, there we go. Same presentation, same kind of cardboard NES style sleeve around there. I still think that's pretty neat. In fact, you know what, with this one, let's have a look in game first, in the game box, because, well, we started with the poster on the last one, let's start with the game this time. Ooh, that's quite rustly, that actually. We've got some more interesting artwork here. We've got Jason there, Blaster Master Zero 2 logo, and it looks like Eve is kind of infected with something. That's got to be a plot twist in the game, isn't it? Okay, a bit more information on the back there. Mutant blasting action is back. Well, yeah, it was back from only a couple of minutes ago when we opened the first one. This one also includes all of the DLC. But it's not as prominent on this one. It's only like a footnote on the cover. Doesn't really go into a lot of detail. But it includes all of the DLC there, which is pretty neat. It's always nice when they do that. Yep. Got another little manual. Oh, actually, no. This one is quite a bit thicker. Quite a bit more in there. I just want to take a moment to have a look at the artwork on the inside as well. So I'm guessing though, this and this are what we're going to see on the poster. In fact, I haven't peeked in there. Maybe there isn't another poster, but I think there is. Just have a look at the manual. This one actually might be a manual rather than just bio of the characters. Ah, here we go, yeah. So it tells you about the story. Jason Frudnick was a young genius who made a name for himself in the field of robotics, and so on. I mean, if you want to read the rest of that, feel free to pause the video at this point. Ah yes, we've got a bit of bio. And yeah, Eve, a young woman fighting for her life. Yes, is she infected by something? I was just thinking from all the blue that was all over her face, and one of her eyes looks like the pupil is just gone entirely. And we've got Fred back again. Ribbit ribbit. Got the tank. Ah, okay, so it's like an extended bio, so it's going into various other characters. Attacker pilots, so I'm guessing these are some of the enemies in the game. Ah, and these are their tanks. Ooh, actually that looks pretty damn sweet. The Garuda. That looks pretty sweet. That'd be my choice if I were a baddie. Support droids, so they're your mates basically. Oh, and more of the oh dear, bosses. Is this a spoiler that they're telling us about all the bosses and I haven't even played the game yet? That is neat. In fact, yeah, the artwork goes from the front cover all the way to the back cover. It continues along. That's nice. It's nice when they do that, instead of it just being two separate images, you know? Now, for the very first time in one of these unboxing videos, we've got the taste test. Part 2. Now, I'm betting this one's going to be about as bitter as the last one. Yeah, that is pretty bitter. Good, they're keeping it up. Good stuff. So yeah, that is just as bitter as the last one. Definitely not going to be swallowing these tonight. Right, let's see what else is in here. And it looks like, yes, it looks like it's more of the same. So we've got another poster. Let's have a quick look at that. Ah yes, there we go. So as I thought, yeah, it's the original artwork from the inside and outside of the game sleeve, which has been blown up into poster form. I think this will be around about A3, A2 sized. And just as I thought, this was the artwork that was on the inside of the Switch case, blown up for the poster. And that's actually, I think I quite like that one actually. It's got some interesting colours in there. Nice mix of colours in that. Great stuff. And yep, there's one last thing in this box, and it's a tight squeeze. Ooh. They really haven't wasted a cardboard boxing on this, haven't they? Yeah, that was incredibly tight in there. So here we go. We've got the original soundtrack for Blaster Master Zero 2 on CD again. Would be nice though if they, instead of just on CD, if they gave us download codes for these as well. That'd be neat. In fact, have they? Nope. There's absolutely nothing else left in that box. But yeah, we've got another soundtrack, so I'll open that up in a bit, pop it on the stereo after I've listened to the first one. Woof! I think that's everything. So that was everything in the box. We've got the certificate of authenticity, we've got the 2 metal tanks, we've got the 2 non-functional NES cartridges, we've got the 2 games with bio books in them, we've got the 2 NES style sleeves, we've got the outer sleeves, we've got the other boxes, we've got the audio, like the soundtrack CDs, and we've got 2 more posters and an art print. All of that in that huge box. Oh, this... absolutely amazing, this. I'd like to hear, in fact, from anyone else who has picked up their collector's editions. I'd like to know what your thoughts on it as well. And I'd like to know, well, everyone's thoughts on them actually. What do you think of them? But what I think we're going to need to do now is check out these 2 games. Alright, let's check out the first Blaster Master Zero. See what it's like. So I've given us a few goes since the unboxing. And I even jumped into the original on the NES. and I feel that this is a really nice example of an 8-bit game reimagining. A lot of it is faithful to the original, but there are plenty of touches included that an NES realistically wouldn't be able to pull off. It's a really fun adventure game, and you know, I can see myself coming back to this again and again. A worthy pickup, and if you didn't grab it from Limited Run, it's only $8.99 on the eShop at the moment for both the Switch and the 3DS. But we've got a second one to check out too. Oh, I hope there aren't too many spoilers. And it seems we're in space now. But there were a few story elements at the start which looked like they continued from the first game, so possibly spoilers? Still, it's very much like the first Blaster Master Zero, but you're exploring other planets. It's got a lot of the same charm as the first one, and from the limited play I've had of it so far, it really does feel like a natural progression from the first one. So, you know, if you like Blaster Master at all, this will be worth picking up as well. And this is also on the Switch eShop for $8.99 at the moment. But with that, I'm signing off so I can carry on with these games, so thanks very much for watching. Did you get this collector's edition too, or have you played Blaster Master Zero before? Give everyone your tips down below in the comments. And while you're down there, be sure to give this video a like or dislike, depending how you felt of it. And, you know, there's always that subscribe button if you want to hear more from me. Thanks again, and I'll catch you all next time.